Hi, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at example 5.6, the long hedge. Okay, hopefully you've been following along in previous videos and you've learned how to do the short hedge, an example where we're selling a futures contract and protecting ourselves against a price decrease. Today we're going to look at a long hedge. In this case, we're buying a futures contract in place of buying corn out into the future. For example, for a cattle feeder, we're going to be buying corn in July. Maybe we buy ahead in We're going to use hedging now to buy ahead in February, March, April to protect ourselves against an increase in overall cost of corn. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these problems and see how this works. Number one problem, manager marries her corn buyer for Cargill. She will need corn in July and she wants to lock in a price for the company. She buys a contract of corn on the board for $4.20. She expects a basis of 20 cents. Mary offsets the contract later at $3 and the basis at this time is 20 cents. What price did she realize on her purchase of corn? Okay, well, she Mary she originally had bought futures at $4.20. She was afraid of corn going up. Well, in reality what happened to her is corn actually went down. She bought for 4.20, she then later sells for $3. Always remember, when we're figuring out a hedge, all we need to know is what did she buy and sell for on the board or in the futures market, in other words, and what did she pay cash corn, or what did we sell cash corn for? In this example, we're going to be buying cash corn. So we lost $1.20 in the futures side here, but cash price went down. That helped her out here. Futures price at the time of cash sale was $3. Basis is 20 cents under. That gives us a corn purchase price, cash price of $2.80. Since we lost that on the future side, we have to add that to the price that we paid for the cash corn. It makes the corn more expensive that we bought. So we paid $2.80 for cash corn. We have to add $1.20. That yields $4 realized price. Always remember, another way to do any problem is to figure out the initial futures price. In this case, our first thing that we did is we bought at 4.20. And then we subtract ending basis. In this case, when she buys cash corn, basis is 20 cents. So our realized price is $4. That's a lot faster way of doing all this, but I do it the long way so you see where the numbers come from. And there it is. Okay, number two. This time we're feeding cattle here. Cattle feeder Kathy will need corn in July. She wants to lock in a price for the farm. She buys a contract of corn on the board for $4.85. She expects a basis of 20 cents. So basically she's expecting to lock in a price for herself at $4.65. $4.85 is her initial move, or her initial purchase on the board, and she expects a basis of 20 cents. So 4.85 minus 20 cents is 4.65. Mary offsets the contract later. She initially bought, so now she's going to sell at 5.41. And the basis at this time is 27 cents, not the expected 20 cents. What price did Kathy realize on her purchase of corn? Okay, so she initially bought futures at 4.85. She offsets the contract at 5.41. So she bought for 4.85, sold at 5.41. That's a gain of 56 cents. Futures price at the time of cash sale is the 5.41. Subtract basis. Basis is under here in Iowa typically, so corn purchased at cash price at 5.14. Unlike the short hedge, with the long hedge, when we make money on the board or in futures, we're going to subtract that from the cash price that we paid. So our cash price of $5.14 minus our futures gain of 56 cents yields a realized price of purchased corn at $4.58. Again, a faster way to do that, take our initial move, our price of our initial purchase minus ending basis, 485 minus 27 cents gives us 458. Number 4, ethanol Ellie will need corn in July. She wants to lock in a price for the plant. She buys a contract of corn on the board, or she buys a futures contract, in other words, for $6. She expects a basis of 30 cents. She later offsets the contract for $7.41, and the basis at this time is 27 cents when she purchases her corn. What price does she realize on her purchase of corn? Well, she sold futures for $7.41 after she originally had bought it for $6, so that's a gain of $1.41. Her futures price at the time of cash purchase, this should say, cash purchase, is $7.41 minus the basis of 27 cents equals $7.14. Take the $7.14 cash price minus the futures gain of $1.41 gives us a realized price on the purchased corn of $5.73. Number 4, Manager Mary is a corn buyer again for Cargill. She buys a contract on the board for $5.55. She expects a basis of 40 cents. Offsets the contract for $6 and the basis is 37 cents. What price did she realize? Okay, so she buys futures at $5.55. She later sells it for $6. That's a gain of 45 cents. We bought on the board, we sell back on the board. At the time that we sell it on the board, we're going to buy cash. How do we figure out our cash price? Futures price minus basis gives us the cash price of $5.63. So our realized price is going to equal our cash price of $5.63. In this case, we subtract the futures gain to give us a realized price for purchased corn at $5.18. Manager Mary is a corn gill for Cargill. She buys a contract for $4, expects a 35-cent basis. She offsets the contract for $4.62. So she bought for $4. She offsets or sells at $4.62. That's a 62-cent gain on the futures. Her futures price at the time of their cash purchase is what this should say. It doesn't, should. Futures price at the time of cash purchase is $4.62 minus a basis of 32 cents equals a cash price of $4.30. We take that cash price of $4.30 minus futures gain of 62 cents yields us a realized price of purchased corn at $3.68. So that's how to complete the long hedge. Hopefully all this made sense to you. Again, all we're going to do is we are instead of selling initially on like a short hedge, in the long hedge our initial transaction is going to be buying a futures contract. We're later going to sell that futures contract back. And at the same time we sell that futures contract back, we're going to be buying cash corn. We take the gain or loss from the futures contract trading. We add or subtract that from our cash price to get our realized price on our long hedged corn purchase. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, stop by my office, and I'll do my very best to explain and answer your question. Thanks for your time.